Hey everyone, welcome to the Asheville Legal Videocast. My name is Jake Snyder and I'm a partner here at Asheville Legal, and this is my partner Mike Weimer. The purpose of today's video is to engage in some discussion for anyone out there who's thinking about hiring a lawyer, is not sure what to expect, and may have some concerns about the lawyer hiring process. So Mike, kind of along those lines, you've been doing complex civil litigation for over 30 years now, is that right?
That's right, 31 years.
And based on that experience, what are some of the most common concerns that you see clients, new clients that come to you? What are some of the things they're struggling with, and what are some of the things that you do to help them address those concerns?
Well, I think that hiring a lawyer has got to be one of the most difficult tasks that you can have to go through in your life. Mm-hmm. And so we try to make that process as comfortable as possible, given that the client who's sitting in front of us often has some real legal dilemma that they have to work through. And the two concerns that I see most often, the first one probably is cost.
Yeah.
What is this going to cost me to resolve this situation?
Everyone knows lawyers are expensive, right?
They are expensive, and I've often said that I don't know that I could hire myself, that I can afford that.
Yeah.
But one thing you need to understand is there are certain kinds of legal problems that are fairly easy to get your arms around, and it's fairly easy to come up with a cost component of that. Fairly routine things, some of which we do, some of which we don't. But when it comes to complex litigation, the very nature of the case makes it extremely difficult to predict how the case is going to come out or what it's going to cost to get there, because there are so many factors involved, such as, obviously, what are the facts? Is this a cutting-edge case, or is it something that's tried and true under the law? And importantly, how is the opponent going to act? Is the opponent going to be very aggressive? Is the opponent going to be very docile with regard to the litigation? Because the more aggressive the opponent is, the more it's going to cost.
So that sounds pretty complicated to me. In those kinds of situations, what can you tell a client, or what do you try to tell a client to help them be assured that their money's not going to waste?
Well, the most important factor in all of that is, when did the client come to us in relation to the catalyst for the legal problem? The earlier the client comes, the less expensive it usually will be to resolve the case. Whereas
Sure.
if they wait and they've made some mistakes in the way that they've dealt with this problem, or they've said some things they shouldn't have that are going to wind up in evidence, then it becomes more expensive. But what we tell the client is this: hiring an attorney is a lot like getting married. You have to trust that the person that you're hiring is going to look out for your best interests, which we always do, and that they're going to try to keep the costs as contained as possible within the strategy that we jointly develop with the client. So one of the things we do here that's probably a bit different than a lot of law firms is we focus a lot on coming up with a comprehensive plan to solve the legal problem. And it's unique to every case. So we try to make sure that the client understands what we're going to do, understands any limitations that we might have with regard to the legal system in general, but also that we start to form that bond of trust, which is critically important to the relationship.
Right. Okay, and how about pitfalls in litigation that await clients and that they might not really know about? Some things that clients are often surprised. What do you see out there, and what can clients do to avoid those kinds of pitfalls?
Well, I see two, what I would call, misconceptions about the legal profession.
Okay.
One misconception is that any lawyer can handle all types of legal matters and cases.
Right.
And that's just simply not the case. Lawyers are, to some degree, like physicians, in that we specialize. And you would not want, for example, a brain surgeon to fix an ACL tear, just like you would not want an orthopedist to perform brain surgery on you.
Right.
Well, lawyers are similar. There are things, for example, that our law firm doesn't handle because they're better and more efficiently handled by other attorneys. The second misconception that I see out there is that if you have a litigation matter, clients don't understand that lawyers, they're not fungible. One lawyer is not like another lawyer. There are
Right.
grades of lawyers, there are experience levels of lawyers, and especially when you're dealing with litigation, courtroom experience is absolutely critical to helping you resolve your problem in the most efficient way possible with the best result.
All right, well, Mike, for anyone out there who's maybe facing a real big legal problem right now, what advice do you have for them?
Well, I'd say call a lawyer. We'd like for you to call us, and we certainly will help you if you can. If it happens to be a type of case that we don't handle, we have a network of referral attorneys at the ready, and we can refer you to somebody and help you with that transition if necessary. But don't delay. Call a lawyer and get some help.
All right, thanks, Mike. I'm sure someone out there will find your advice useful, and thank you for watching the Asheville Legal Videocast.